What's going on? It's Kevin Kenny. Welcome to the Build series here live in New York City. Our next guest has earned fans around the world, including SZA and Erykah Badu. Her brand new album, Young HeartThrob, is out and available everywhere. Let's give a very warm Build welcome to Kodie Shane.
It's lit. I'm excited. What's up, bro?
What's going on, bro?
I'm chilling.
Are you? You are chilling, yo. You can't even see, but you were like on your phone. We're about to go live. Like you are like relaxed.
It's a vibe right now.
Yeah. Well, what is the vibe right now?
This is the vibe right now. You see that vibe? Just look at it. It's a vibe. Ain't nobody else doing that.
No one is doing that.
Yeah. Man.
I want to talk about. Can we actually start with the artwork?
Yeah, let's do it.
I love it. So, what was the like? How did you achieve this look? Because it's vintage, but it still feels fresh. What was the whole creative process behind the actual artwork of the album?
Shout out to the ladies whose house this was. I cannot remember her name, but she's had this house for over like 50 years. It was her house. She got like, it's in LA. She got like a crazy view, like wraps around her whole crib, and she let us use the house. And this was like her couch, you know, like, and, you know, like her house and everything was really vintage. So I feel like that's definitely what helped us give it the look. Shout out to Child, because, you know, creative director Child, we really just kind of wanted to keep it. You can see me, and I hate this word, but you can see me in like a sexy light, I guess. And we wanted to keep it, you know, smooth and wanted to give it the 90s feel. So I think a old Vogue photo kind of really inspired it. So
should we read in at all that you know, your co-stars are a little out of focus? Is there some?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, everybody's a little out of focus when I'm around.
Star of the show. No, I dig it.
You dig, but shout out to those three really great girls. They were awesome. Those two were in the Sing to Her video as well.
Oh, amazing.
So yeah,
amazing.
Shout out to them.
I want to start with the title because I actually love how you recently defined heartthrob. It was that a heartthrob isn't necessarily somebody, you know, who's a sexy, smooth operator like Kodie Shane necessarily. It can also just be someone that has loved, had their heart broken, and then gone out and been able to love again. I thought that was a cool definition.
I definitely think heartthrobbing means so many different things. Like, you know, being able to still fill yourself up with love, you know what I'm saying? Not really needing nobody else to fill you up when people suck you dry, you know what I mean? And being able to still just, have love in your heart, because it's sick out here. People are crazy. So I feel like being a heartthrob means so much more things. Still being able to like live off love and make decisions based off love and through love, you know what I mean?
So did you always have that sort of that vibe about yourself that you were filled with love, or did it take somebody, in your own words, sucking you dry to realize that you could be that strong?
Nah, I'm a love child, so I've always been like, everything I do is like out of love, but definitely getting older, I feel like I've kind of came up with that meaning behind it just after like living through stuff, you know what I'm saying, and going through stuff. I feel like, yeah, definitely after somebody sucking me dry.
Well, you know where I'm going with. I mean, who's heard the record? You guys heard the record, right? I mean, you listen to this record, somebody broke your heart, Kodie. And I want to know who broke your heart.
Wait, which record?
This record, the whole album.
The whole album. Man, I definitely think the album is super romantic and like, you know, who broke my heart?
was this one person? Was this
multiple things? It wasn't even just
things.
People. I feel like that's broken my heart. I feel like friends have broken my heart. I feel like regular situations have broken my heart. So I feel like it's a album about like all heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? Not just relationship heartbreak or any of that.
I don't know if this is part of it at all, but I saw you talking to Sway on TRL recently, just about
Shout out to Sway.
You know, things are amazing with the sailing team. It's just not really like maybe like a formalized unit anymore. Was there any heartbreak in that, in terms of maybe that not being what you expected it to be? And you're no lesser for it, but like you must have had a vision of, you know, a compilation talk. You know, there were a lot of plans.
I definitely think having expectations when it comes to certain situations and they don't all the way fall through, then it's kind of a letdown, kind of a heartbreak, you know what I mean? But I honestly think when it comes to the selling team, everybody is still so very much involved in their career, and everybody is still so cool, you know what I'm saying? It's not no bad blood nowhere in the situation, so it doesn't really make me as sad. I'm happy that everybody we can still all link up, we can still all work. The compilation tape still might drop. You dig?
We'll keep our eye out for sure. How much of input did you have on the sequencing of this album? Because as I listened to it, it stuck out to me. Because I feel like, you know, a lot of artists may lead with the up-tempo things, may lead with the singles, the pre-release tracks. really you back-ended the album with those,
Yeah.
like Flex on Me, and you sort of, at least when I was listening to it, set a vibe, and committed to setting that vibe, and then once we were there as the listener, then you hit
Yeah,
us with
then I was like-
the bangers.
Honestly, the sequence was all me. I turned it in probably like a day or two before it needed to, well, maybe a day after it needed to be turned in. I don't know, but the sequencing was like me and my mom and Maddie, we kind of just lived with it and just, I sequenced it and I was like, we're just going to live with it, you know, and see how we feel about it. But I definitely wanted to kind of start you down and bring you up. Right. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to start you up and bring you down. You know what I mean? I wanted to kind of show the transition. So it's cool that you caught that. And yeah, I just wanted it to be a vibe because I feel like that music that's like my, I don't know, it's like my SHIT. So I'm like, I really wanted to start it with, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The vibes, you know, and then bring you up through the turmoil, and now you're lit.
Well, speaking of your SHIT there, Coach, we were talking before when we were playing the music video live in the studio here that you're really proud of this record because it's like finally the music that you want out in the world.
Yeah.
What is like the one song, if you had to pick the one song that is sort of like the quintessential you song that you're just so happy, like, yo, this is the song I'm most happy is out in the world?
On the album, probably In Like That, number 11. One of my favorite songs just because it's just such a hard-hitting record, you know. The record itself, it hits so hard, and the beat, the production, sonically, it's amazing. Sonically, it's perfect, you know, and I think that, I don't know, you ever just listen to a song and you're like, man, I would have rather it sound like this, or I would have rather that happened in the song. It's like one song where if I close my eyes and think exactly how I want it, everything is exactly how I would want it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nothing is like, I would change that, nothing. So everything is like exactly how I want it.
Totally.
And the beat is so amazing.
I mean, yeah, I want to talk about sort of the instrumentation, the musicality of this record, because I've heard you say time and time again, you're really excited to play this album live.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, is there a difference as an artist of music that you're excited to maybe ring off in the club versus music you're excited to play live? Like, what's the difference there?
I don't even, honestly, what's crazy, I don't really know how to make, like, songs that should play in the strip club or, like, the clubs and stuff. It's hard. Like, I don't really know. But I think I got a few songs on the album that can play. Like, not the type of fast ones that'll play in the strip club, but maybe the more slower ones that might play in the strip club. I feel like I got a few of those records. But honestly, I want to hear it play everywhere, so I don't care where it plays. I'm excited to hear it play everywhere. I'm excited to hear it play in the clothing stores, in the strip club. I'm excited to play it live. That's the wave. That's my wave right now. Everything live.
Well, your live show is amazing. I mean, has anyone here ever seen Kodie live? Yeah? Okay,
it's
amazing.
Lit.
I got to tell a personal story about seeing Kodie live for the first time. And this is not knocking anybody else on this bill. I'm going to name drop the other people to actually, it's a testament to how great of a performer you are. But it was South by Southwest 2017. And this was just to set the scene. This is like when Bad and Bougie is the #1 song in America. This is where Yachty is like everywhere. And Migos and Yachty, I think it was a QC takeover at the time maybe of the YouTube space.
Oh, I know what show you're talking about.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, like, their sets were great. They're superstars. But, like, you could not take your eyes away from the Kodie Shane set. And I didn't even, like, I knew you from, like the Lil Uzi song and just, like, you know, Sad at that point in time. There were a couple songs on SoundCloud. But, I mean, I remember leaving there being like, that is the star of the night. It was incredible. So you really pride yourself on that.
I appreciate that. That's really fire. I remember that event. It was lit. So that's really fire that you're saying that because those guys, they're the guys. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah.
But you know. But no, man, everything's going so crazy. I'm a performer. I'm an entertainer. So that's my favorite thing. I love making music. I love being in the studio, but I love to perform and I love to, like, you know, it's my thing. I love to, like, just do all of that. So, but everything getting so much more crazy. 2019, man, y'all don't even understand. It's about to be a movie. You did.
Speaking of movie, I want to actually ask you briefly about this interest you have in directing and just, I don't know if it's acting. Is it both sides of the camera you have an interest in?
Definitely both sides. I definitely like to, you know, give my little 2 cents when it comes to directing and how I feel about things and, you know, being a part of, like, the whole creative side, each behind and in front of the camera, being a part of both creative parts. And I definitely want to act. I definitely want to do movies. I feel like the role has to be, like, just all the way me. You know, I've auditioned for some things. Like, I've been, you know, like, putting my foot in the water a little bit. So I'm excited about that. But definitely want to keep directing music videos. I gotta get on my Chris Brown. Where's the camera?
Well, let's talk about what roles you'd like to sort of pursue, or if someone's watching right now, we have a lot of movie stars stop by Build, a lot of directors stop by Build. What are you looking for in terms of roles?
Should have brought my my resume, but nah, I definitely want to do like some like action-packed type of movies where I'm like a girl and she's got to like train to like save the world because something's happening or save her city, you know what I'm saying? And I got like a straight ponytail in and I got on like all black with a tank top.
Nice.
But with the sleeves because I don't like tank tops, so I got to have sleeves.
Okay.
And I definitely feel like that'll be a cool role for me. Something where I have powers, because then I don't have powers. I'm just super fire with like shooting and killing people. Not like that's my thing.
In the movie.
In the movie. And then I need to be like, I got like powers. I need to be an Avenger or something. I don't know. Something cool though.
That's
something
dope though.
Somewhere I
gotta
gotta train.
That. Yeah.
Yeah, and I can be like, I'll do my own stunts.
Yeah. Would you do your own stunts?
Depends on the stunt. Depends on the stunt.
Sock terms. You and Yachty, I think of course, you worked alongside him so closely for a while, and maybe even still do. Is that something you guys bonded over? Because he's a guy that obviously has transcended music and is interested in acting, interested in just that side of things.
Yeah, me and Yachty have definitely bonded over stuff like that, and just bonded on the fact, like, we've always talked about just making your brand bigger than you. You know what I'm saying? And making your brand as big as it can be. So touching all aspects and all areas of everything. We've always talked about stuff like that. So he's definitely like inspired me when it came to stuff like that because I've seen him firsthand. You know what I'm saying? Doing it and touching all areas. So definitely.
How often do you guys speak now? Just like with the sailing team kind of being whatever.
Yachty, we just did a show in Atlanta. What day was that? Thursday.
Oh.
Thursday. We just did a boiler room show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the day of my album release. So before that, we had a show, and it was cool. I opened up for Yachty. It was fire.
That's dope.
Yeah.
We got Trippie Redd on the album.
Shout out to my boy.
Yeah. Now, we all know him as the artist, and of course, you guys have great musical chemistry, but it also feels like you guys have great just personal chemistry. Like, you get along as friends.
I've known Trippie since like 2015, 2016.
How'd you meet him back then?
He's from Ohio. He came to Atlanta. He moved to Atlanta. Just moved to Atlanta, and I think I was working with a guy named Chubby at the time. Chubby knew Trippie, you know what I'm saying? So he just was like, yo, I want you to do this song with Trippie. Like, I'm working with him now. And so I liked him. I believed in it. I felt like he could be just as big as he is now. You know, I felt like it could work. So I was like, let's do it. And then we did a song. We got like 10 songs. It's not out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we did a song. Then we just became actually really cool. Like, we used to be together every day. Yeah, like that's my boy.
What was it about Trippie, though, that you thought he was just going to blow up? Because, I mean, that's a unique sound even now. Forget 3 years ago.
Yeah, I just think, like, when it's a person that'll do whatever, you know what I'm saying? They'll do whatever they got to do to, like, make their mark, you know what I'm saying? They going to really put their work in, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to wait for nobody to help them. They're not going to wait for nobody to tell them what to do or you know what I'm saying? That's when you know he gonna get it regardless because he putting his work in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's how he always been.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Anybody you're looking forward to collaborating on? I mean, there's not too many features. I know you got
I didn't want to do too many features. Shout out to TK Kravitz. I didn't want to do too many features because I don't want people to be like, oh, you're lit because of this, or you're lit because of that, or her album was lit because of this or that or this. So the 2 features that was on there, they were out before the album.
Right.
So I really wanted it to be all me. It's my first album. I mean, it needs nobody else.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's well said. That's also kind of an old school approach, though.
Super.
You know, yeah. So you in these recent interviews, you have this sort of focus and this dedication to the idea of longevity, which I think is rare or just in hip hop, R&B right now, and then also just an artist as young as you are.
Yeah.
Where does that come from? Is that from just being from a musical family? You know, your sister being through it, your mom's influence?
I definitely think it's because of my family, but I also think it's just because when you really sit down and think about it, if it don't work forever, then what are you gonna do? Like, you know what I'm saying? It gotta work forever, you know? So I feel like all the kids that like whatever they like now might not like that in 10 years. So if you make music that can speak to a 16-year-old and somebody that's 26, then your music could last forever. You know what I mean? Because the 26-year-olds listening to it, you 16. By the time you 26, you still gonna be listening to it. You know what I mean? So I feel like you just gotta make music that can speak to everybody. So this is for everybody.
There you go.
Go get that. Go get that. This is for everybody. This is for your mom, your grandma,
everybody,
your auntie, your uncle. No, for real.
Something I really like about your music, and it's developed more and more over the years, is this blending of sort of rapping and R&B. I mean, you put it in the lyrics on Sing to Her. She likes when you rap. She loves when you sing to her.
You dig.
But for you as a creative, do you go through phases, or is it like a fluid process of like, are you in a rap phase and you want to rap and then you want to sing in other times, or is it just like you can constantly tap into both?
Sometimes I could constantly tap into both, period. But sometimes I'm like, I want to rap hardcore, go hard. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm feeling it. And sometimes I'm like, I want to be like in my bag. Like I want to be like in a vibe. You know what I'm saying? And get real melodic. But I'm constantly switching from both. I try to do both on pretty much every song. I don't try to just keep it. Sometimes I like to do just R&B. You know what I'm saying? Singing stuff. And sometimes I like to do just rap songs. But I have a lot of rap songs. And they didn't really make the album because I'm into like, I like once I do like a heart, like I'm rapping today, I'll like that song for that day, and I'll be like, I don't know what I had going on, So I'm definitely more into like the melodic and
Yeah, shines through on the record. I know you've name dropped, I think, LMA in the past recently. You're a big
shout out
fan
to
of
her. She's lit.
She's crazy. Yeah,
She's going
what she's
cool
doing
right now.
Wild.
I love Daniel Caesar.
Okay.
And I just realized that.
Just now.
Yes. He's amazing.
Oh, yeah, incredible.
Like, if you ever see this, DM me. No, for real, he's lit, though. He's amazing.
No, he is. Probably underappreciated, fair to say, just for how talented he is. You're also a big fan of her.
Yeah, she's lit, too.
Yeah.
I had this ex-girlfriend that always used to listen to her, and now I can barely listen to her until she, like, drops some whole new music. Because I'm like, it annoys me.
I always say, be careful what songs and what artists you play around, whoever you're dating, because if it goes south, they ruin those artists forever.
Yeah, that was like a year or two. That was like 2 years ago. So that was when all her music had just dropped, and now it's like playing everywhere. So I'm just like, God. Yeah. Shout out to her though. She's amazing.
Is there anybody on the rap side of things that you really are digging right now? Just on like the strictly
Free
rap?
Free Thugger. Free Young Thug. No, for real. But I love Young Thug. I really love NBA Youngboy right now. I really think he's a really good rapper. A better rapper than a lot of people. I like Lil Baby. He's cool. He's lit. He's taking over the A. Shout out to Lil Baby. Definitely shout out to Lil Yachty. Gotta go get that Nothing to Prove. I love Lil Boat. But I think I've been listening to Youngboy a lot. Yeah. And go get that Love Letter to You 3. You know what
Plug
I'm saying?
Machine. All the releases. You just name dropped a bunch of course, great Atlanta artists.
Super.
And I wanted to get your opinion on if people are talking about the halftime show, of course, at the Super Bowl, Maroon 5. You recently were like, I was shocked by this. You were like, She Will Be Loved is like a top 5 favorite song of yours.
She will. No, seriously. That's like an amazing song right there.
It's amazing.
You want to know how I learned that song?
How?
Guitar Hero, Rock Band. Yeah. Rock Band, though. We had the whole rock band. Okay. So we had the drums, we had the guitars, and we had the mic. And my sister would be on the drums, my cousin would be on the guitar, and I'd be singing, She will be going hard, and Mr. Roboto. That's the only reason I know these songs. It's super.
Well, they're on the halftime show, and then they've got this amazing pregame show now that Lil Baby's on, and a bunch of other artists.
Lil Baby's on the pregame show?
Yeah, you didn't know this? There's like a pregame concert. Crazy.
That's so big. I saw Baby at the I think the BET Music Hip Hop Awards.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is big for Atlanta, bro. Like you're doing it. You ain't gonna just perform. That was lit. But that's crazy. Who else was on the pre? That's crazy.
I think Ludacris is on that pre-show.
Okay.
It's like everyone that
move.
Yeah. It's like everyone that should be on the halftime show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But okay, so I want to give you 5 spots on your dream Atlanta halftime show.
Okay.
You got 5 spots. Who's going in those 5 spots to perform? It could be like anybody.
I need Outkast.
Okay.
Period. Because that's obviously who the Super Bowl should have got. Shout out to everybody who they did get. I need Outkast, and I need the Migos just because, like, that's some Atlanta.
Of
I need
course.
Thug.
Okay.
That's Atlanta.
Yeah. Got two
Who
more
else
spots.
do I need? Dang. I need Gunna. Just because
Okay.
that's so big for Atlanta. That'll be really fire if you get, like, some dancers. And then let's throw Future on there.
Okay, and then Future.
Let's throw Future on there.
All right, I like that. So wait, let's let's recap that. You got Outkast, Migos, Gunna, Thug, and Future.
I got to take Gunna out for myself.
You can bring Gunna out. How about that?
Yeah, I could bring Gunna out on my set.
Exactly.
Shout out to Gunna.
I'm going to turn it over to your fans in just a second, but can you tease anything for 2019? I mean, you got to imagine a tour, right?
Oh, yeah, man. February, we going to Europe, the European tour in February. We're making a movie, and then we coming back, and we doing the U.S. tour, and we going crazy.
Nice.
So I'm excited. 2019 is a movie. The Young HeartThrob tour is on the way.
There you go.
You did.
All right, let's get to these fan questions. The first one's going to come from the Blue Couch.
Hey.
There.
Hi. I want to just ask, when did you really like have that moment in your artistry to be like, this is who I am. This is what I want to do. This is what I'm saying.
I feel like when I got a little older, just like when I first started doing music, it was all very fun to me. You know what I'm saying? I was still sleeping in the studio. I was there every day, but it was very, very fun. And it still is very fun. But now it's a little bit more work added into it because it's more serious. But I think that growing up, I kind of found myself more, and it made me know my message. You know what I mean? What I really want to say and how I really feel. Because after finding myself, so I feel like I like your shirt. But yeah, probably yeah. After around like 17, I feel like it was me kind of finding myself. 17, 18, kind of figuring out who I am. If I don't know who I am, I can't say anything to the world. You know what I mean? So after I found out who I was, I feel like that shirt's from my first tour. That's really lit.
What year?
What year was that? 2017? Yeah, it's lit.
Damn. What
Zero
what show
Gravity
did you go
tour.
to? What date did you go to? Do you remember the venue?
Brooklyn. Yeah, SOBs went crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Literally right down the road. I actually heard you say in an interview recently, New York's one of your favorite places to perform.
It is.
Yeah.
I sold out my first show ever in New York.
Where?
At the Nin Factory in Brooklyn. It was sold out.
Right.
You dig.
Yes.
That was fire.
That's awesome. All right, let's get to our
Yes,
second question. Right over
sir.
here.
What's up, gang?
What's your favorite emojis? Like in general, like what emojis do you use?
My favorite emojis. For some reason, you know how people saying, never mind, but I really like, it's that new emoji that look like crazy. I really wanted I really wanted to update my phone so I could get that one. I love the smirk face. I like the looking up, like, what are you talking about? And I love the girl that's like,
Oh yeah, super.
yeah. Yeah. And the other one that got the hands right here, it just look like woosah. You know what I mean? I'll be like, you're annoying, yeah. So yeah, super.
That's a great question. All right, we got time for one more, and it's going to come from back here.
Hi, Kodie.
Hi.
I love you.
I love you too. Oh my God.
I wanted to ask you, what advice can you give to someone that wants to be like an upcoming artist, but like doesn't have like everything going on for them right now?
I honestly feel like if, to anybody out there that really wants to just, put their voice out there and make art, it's all art. Everybody's an artist, no matter what you're doing. There's star doctors, there's star lawyers, there's star burger flippers, there's star all of that. So, whatever you want to do, I just feel like you got to stay true to yourself and stand in your truth, keep your feet on the ground, stay humble, stay sweet. If you're a man, then stay humble and stay cool. And you know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody tell you no. Don't let nobody tell you what you can and can't do. Just do it for yourself. Young HeartThrob, the album.
Kodie loves this camera.
Out now. In a store near you. It's lit.
It is lit, and I couldn't have done it any better than that. So on that note, guys, Kodie Shane, one more time.